tell us, what threat does digital currency present to Australians in your opinion?
Well, there's two threats. One's monetary and one's surveillance.
I will stand here and I will tell you that I do not want the government in the family home, in the boardroom, in the doctor's waiting room, in the classroom.
I don't want government involved in any of those aspects of our lives. But when it comes to managing currencies, I am of the view that one currency, one country.
The coins in the pocket of the passengers on the first fleet were a mixture of currencies from all around the world and included English guineas, shillings and pence, Spanish dollars, Indian rupees and Dutch guilders. It was confusing to try and use these coins to trade because no one knew how much they were worth when compared to each other. This coin confusion meant that other ways of trading were used. People bartered for goods and services with anything they had. Food and rum became popular items to trade as well.
In 1805, there was a significant drought, some harsh conditions, which meant that the foreign currency was repatriated offshore. There was no currency left onshore and they ended up in the rum rebellion, and that literally went the proverbial up.
Luckily enough, we had Lachlan Macquarie, who came along in 1810, and he was the first governor to see Australia not as a colony but as a country. And he knew that if you wanted to be a good governor for your country, you needed a military to defend your borders and provide law and order, you needed a taxation system and you needed a monetary system. And he introduced the holy dollar. And that holy dollar was used to fund Sydney Hospital, the Sydney Barracks that still stand in Macquarie Street today.
You've got to have good control of your currency, and I'll talk you through a financial instrument mechanism here. And I know a lot of your listeners might disagree with me, but I hate things like Bitcoin and all of those digital currencies.
It is a world of make-believe, of bytes of 0 and 1.
They are not backed by anything. They are nothing but digits, bytes on a computer screen.
Now, if we go ahead and somehow try and legitimise this digital currency, which we will never be able to regulate, we will never be able to keep up with.
I think there's something like 8,000 digital currencies out there now, and they're all just running around chasing their tail.
We are going down a fool's paradise. We're going the wrong way.
And this is where we go. We change from being a financial instrument to a form of control or a surveillance instrument.
I think it's a stepping stone to the social licence.
Now, it's just like the vaccine. The vaccine in itself is a medical product, or, and some medical products, provided they're fit for purpose, are very good things, right? But when you start applying a vaccine, putting a vaccine passport over the top of the vaccine, you get then getting the totalitarian state coming into it. Now, This is where the social credit system will be a threat.
The social credit that'll come along with it later on.
The Labor Party machine, which is instinctively command and control, will see digital currency as a way to control people's, CO2 emissions, whether or not they're getting vaccines, whether or not, they're spending money or doing whatever they're doing. They will see that as an opportunity for greater surveillance.
We want to get this country back on its feet. We need to start producing real goods and services. We need to be building infrastructure.
The best way to get productivity in this country is to actually protect the individual and their families, because when you get off people's backs, they can actually flourish and they can aspire to do greater things.
We need to get back on the tools and we need to build this country in the same way our forefathers did.